cops in Washington state searching for a 2-year-old boy who mysteriously vanishes from his mother's own car. But the mother's story doesn't seem to add up after mommy claims she runs out of gas and leaves the little boy behind, only to return and find him vanished. Let's go straight out to Casey McNerthney, reporter with SeattlePI.com. Casey, what's the very latest?
Well, we just had a press conference here in Bellevue where we heard from police, and what they said was that the mother had told them that she was on her way to a local hospital, Overlake Hospital, and that the boy was feeling ill. We asked if there was more to that, but we don't know exactly what the illness was. The other big detail that came out of this press conference is that besides the mother, nobody has seen this child in the last 2 weeks other than one neighbor more than a week ago.
Unbelievable. Well, that's, talk about burying the lead. That's the blockbuster there. Nobody has seen this child. Mark Harold, former officer, what do you make of that?
Well, that's a huge lead. I hadn't heard that until right now. That's big. You're looking for a chronology here. You're trying to figure out who's the last person that credibly saw the child. It may or may not have been the mother. The fact that she left the child in the car is inexplicable to me. But the fact that nobody had seen the child, that really may expand the chronology and really expand the investigation.
I want to go to the attorney for the father of this child. Thank you for joining us tonight, D. Michael Tompkins, divorce attorney for Solomon Metawala, the dad. I've been reading this. This is frightening. These are some of the divorce docs where your client, the father of the missing child, claims that this mom is, well, I mean, to put it in people terms, a lunatic. That she has a severe obsessive-compulsive disorder. I'm reading now from the legal documents, the divorce documents. And your client claims she suffers from depression, bipolar, suicide ideation. Every time someone steps in on her behalf as a friend, they're endangering not only our children, but Julia, the mother, as well. This was written long before the child vanished, by the way, and goes on to say that her mental state has been deteriorating for years to the point where she is obsessively cleaning the same load of clothing 4 times every day, vacuuming the floors over and over again. She was so obsessed with having a clean house, she would not have food in the house, would not feed the kids, was ignoring our daughter in favor of her cleaning. Under oath, I state Julia cared more about cleaning a countertop than she did about feeding our daughter. The child was ignored, and it became a matter of great concern. This is unbelievable. D. Michael Tompkins, this is long before this child disappears. What do you know?
Well, unfortunately, as you know, as an attorney, these kinds of allegations and finger-pointing are more common now than at any time in the judicial dissolution, marital, matrimonial law business. Unfortunately, the real stuff, like what's happened in these paperwork and that you've just quoted and what's happening, unfolding today, is more than just finger-pointing. And, of course, the court has to somehow figure out the wheat from the chaff, because these allegations,
Mr. Tompkins, you represent the father of the missing child. I'm asking you respectfully, is this stuff, in your opinion, true? Is this woman mentally ill? Did she favor cleaning the house over feeding her child?
There's no
in your opinion.
She is, and what I'm trying to do is give the context of why the court left 2 children in her custody. Obviously, your listeners are going to want to know what decision-making process moved the court to do that. And the answer is, beats me. We tried like crazy to get custody, temporary custody, and we tried like the dickens to get permanent custody. We were in a mediation on November 1st, which lasted 10 to 12 hours, settling the divorce issues and the custody issues, and within 24 hours, mom wanted to overturn the mediated agreement, and then hours later, the kid is missing. So the timeline is very troubling.